On today's show, we talk about all of the political lunacy that's out there today. In fact, not just lunacy, but even violence. We've cited several examples on today's show. We have DC McAllister, a blogger, a conservative commentator. You may have seen her on Fox News. She's now in hiding. She's in hiding because she tweeted something about folks that are in favor of abortion, had some pretty strong language for folks. And Twitter and other folks did not take kindly to this. And as a result, she's gotten death threats. She's gotten, according to her, threats of rape threats. She's in hiding. She's in hiding. Her children are terrified as a result of the consequences of what happens in today's political climate, in particular on Twitter and elsewhere. And what's concerning here to me is that it seems to be more and more acceptable to have these over-the-top reactions to where many more folks than normal, are excusing some of this over-the-top political response to political tweets or comments or candidacies or Supreme Court justices. More and more folks are excusing the radical, over-the-top, unhinged, and even sometimes violent responses. That's becoming more and more frequent. And as we discussed today, to some degree, this is the result of the misrepresentation, the mischaracterization, and the narratives, these phony narratives that have been advanced consistently by the media and, of course, by the radical leftists in the political class today. So we talk about and break that down today. And we didn't just cite that example with DC McAllister. We've also got a congressional candidate in California who was attacked by a guy with a switchblade knife, a pink switchblade knife of all things. What apparently saved him was that the blade would not come out of the knife, so he was able to fight off the alleged attacker. We also have Steve Scalise, Congressman Steve Scalise, who was shot last July, at the congressional baseball practice. He is out there saying that there are examples of some on the far left inciting violence. So anyway, we talk about that today on today's program, and I'm reminded that I'm still looking for the alternative of conservative, not bitter talk radio. Where is the liberal, not bitter worldview? I'd love to hear it and see it, because what we have now is a political mess. And by the way, we've seen nothing yet. If the Republicans win the House and the Senate or keep those two bodies, if they keep the legislature in the hands of Republicans, both the House and the Senate, this is the new baseline. This behavior, rhetoric, and where we find ourselves politically is only going to increase and get crazier and wackier and accepted by more and more folks, because they've been conditioned to believe that Trump is a Nazi, Trump is a totalitarian, a dictator who's looking to take over this country and destroy it from within. There are folks that believe that, and they are prepared to do whatever it takes to stop him, whether they're folks that vote or whether they're folks in the FBI, in the deep state, wherever they may exist. They are prepared to do whatever it takes to prevent him from doing, as they see it, any more harm to this great nation. But anyway, guys, I've got to wrap up. As always, thank you for listening. We will see you tomorrow. Take care.